cues and my triggers right now, which is like shoelaces, the kitchen door, things like that. Think of your cues and just the small steps you do every day, because habits are from things you do every single day. And then those habits actually make your success, or those habits could actually break your success. Hey guys, this is Rafaro and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be talking about habits. Yeah, about habits, because no one likes talking about bad habits. But we're changing that, and we're getting rid of all those pandemic habits and all those quarantine habits. So don't change, stay on this video, because as we go into this new year, we're changing all of that. We're breaking those pandemic habits, those quarantine habits, to help you get to where you want to get to. So stay tuned for this video. So how exactly are we doing this? In 2021, I read Atomic Habits. Such a great book, such a great book. I will link the how to get to the book in the description. And it's a very simple book, but so powerful. A lot of the time, some things that are so simple can really shake up and change our lives. And how I'm structuring this video is I'm going to break down the steps, basically the steps to habits, and then some attractions, loads of attractions that he talks about in this book. He really breaks this book down in such an easy way that really makes you think like, okay, I've done this before. That sounds practical. And I like that, because when things are practical and easy, then you can actually do the steps, and instead of just reading and think, oh my gosh, only he can do it, I can't do it. But yeah, so let's get started. So the first key 3 things I just wanted to say to you is, whenever you're trying to change your habits or getting good habits and throw away those old habits, is you want to change your perspective. Perspective is everything. Change your perspective from, oh my goodness, I'm lazy. Oh my goodness, I'm lazy, I'm unhealthy. Change it to, okay, I've done something that was lazy. I've done something that was unhealthy. It's just a concept I've been gaining throughout this life. I also gained from this book, but that's the first thing I want to say. Change perspective, look at taking small steps, and just enjoy the process. So let's get started. In Atomic Habits by James Clear, James Clear begins by really talking a little bit about his background and how an obstacle really forced him to change his habits by taking small steps. And that's something with the pandemic. It was an obstacle that then forced people to change their lives. And something, for instance, a new year could be that thing that can force you to start changing your life. So I hope maybe this new year or this video may be something that will force you to start changing these small steps. So James Clear goes in by mentioning that there are 4 things that make habits. So the 4 things, we have cue, craving, response, and reward. So the first thing is a cue. A few hours ago, I was upstairs and I was working on an assignment because I'm in my grad program, but that assignment was kicking my behind. And of course, I got distracted naturally because the question was getting harder and harder, and getting distracted, I got bored because the question was too hard. And that was my cue. I started getting bored because this maths problem was kicking my butt. And when I got bored, the cue, naturally I had a craving for my phone. So I had a craving for social media because I wanted something that would be fun and exciting. So I picked up my phone and I started scrolling through Instagram because that was my craving. And my response was my phone. I was on my phone scrolling through Instagram, and my reward was that I was satisfied. I was satisfied watching reels. I was satisfied watching people cooking vegan food. I don't know why that interests me. I was satisfied watching people on my Instagram story looking good, going out, going for brunch and drinks. And then at the end of the day, I didn't finish the assignment I wanted to finish on time. So that's literally how habits are formed. You have the cue, then you have the craving, the response, and reward. And so in this book, James Clear really unpacks how to really structure those things in our lives and how to change them so that we can form better habits. The first way he does this is by starting off with the laws of attraction. So his 4 laws of attraction for us to changing our habits, you want to make it obvious. Make whatever you're trying to do really obvious. Then you want to make it attractive. Make it attractive. And then you want to make it so easy for you to do it. Then finally, you want to make it satisfying. So it's 4 things. Let's go to the beginning. You want to make it obvious. Let's say, for example, I want to be healthier and I want to be fitter, so I want to get back into working out. I understand what I'm trying to do, understand the objective, but how am I going to make that obvious? Don't think about, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? I want to run 6 miles. I need to go to the gym. I need to eat this. No, break it down. Think of when you wake up, you want to run maybe 1 mile. So make it very obvious by laying your clothes out, maybe doing an action that you already do. So James Clear actually calls this habit stacking. You want to take habits that you already do, routines that you already do, actions you already do, and add something to it to help you achieve that habit. So for instance, if I want to run a mile in the morning I already wake up and I get dressed, but instead of wearing my comfortable home clothes, I'll start laying out my athletic wear and my shoes. So that would be habit stacking and making it very obvious. I wake up and my working out clothes are already laid out for me. The next thing is I want to make it attractive. Next, you want to make it attractive. So this is something I've been doing all my life, but after reading Atomic Habits, I was like, wow, it actually has names for this. So the way he describes this is you can say, okay, I'm only going to have this smoothie after I work out. So I love smoothies. I'm only going to watch Insecure. I'm only going to watch this show after I work out. That's how you make it attractive. When I was still in high school and I was studying for my really major exams, I actually used to make it attractive and I didn't realize it. So I love popcorn. And before I started studying, I would pop my popcorn, then I would put the bowl across from me so I could see it. And I told myself I can only eat that popcorn and only indulge after I finished studying. And I used to do that all the time. And after I finished, I used to be so happy and indulge in my popcorn. It used to be so good. So that's how you make it attractive. Give yourself a little reward after you've only done the thing that you said you're going to do. Then the next thing is you want to make it easy. By making it easy, you want to remove all hassles. For instance, if you want to work out in the morning or go for a run, make sure, like I mentioned earlier, you already have your clothes out there. So you're not now opening your drawers, your closet, looking for this and this and this. And then you just get lazy because I can't find my socks. Or for instance, if you're going to a gym that's far, but let's say you have kids to take to school, you have traffic to beat, you have breakfast to prep, make it easy. Make the breakfast the night before and maybe carpool with a friend and then see if the kids can carpool with someone else or can be taken to school by someone else. Now you've removed all the hassles and tasks and all these moving points, and you can actually get to what you're trying to do. Make it very easy for yourself. Then lastly, you want to make it satisfying. So in the book, when James Clear talks about tracking our habits, tracking the steps we do, he mentions that you could really track, for instance, if you've been working out, let's say you want to continue working out, you could track, okay, I've worked out today, and on your calendar you could tick, workout done today. So that's a little satisfying when you do that tick. Or you can call your friend, girl, I worked out today, X, Y, so and so on. So that's making it satisfying. For me, my satisfaction comes in, again, crossing out in my to-do list. I've crossed out my workout for today. That's cool. And then I do a little mirror check, flex, and then I feel good. I feel satisfied after actually completing the task I want to do. So those are the steps that James Clear talks about for us to actually start working on habits. Again, I'm going to repeat the 4 cues that make habits so that you can go ahead and work on these 4 laws of attraction to actually work on getting these habits. And I would say for me, the biggest highlight I got from this book is just what they call staggering. And it's basically when you already look at what you do, look at a habit you already have, and then just add something on it and put like triggers. So something I realized for myself is if I want to go working out, yes, I'll put the clothes. But a trigger for me was once I put on my sneakers and I tie my laces, I already know I'm going for a run. After my run, I walk through the kitchen and I already know I'm turning on the stove, I'm boiling my hot water, I'm putting my cereal. And I already know after I'm done eating and washed the dishes, I know the next thing is I need to shower. Those are my triggers, and I know as soon as I put on my clothes and sitting down to do my work. Those are kind of like my triggers. I know once those shoelaces are done, once that kitchen door is open, coming back in is to eat, once I've done the dishes to shower. Those are really triggers that I've really put and embedded in my mind so that I get things done. So as you, I guess, are starting to think of your habits and just ways to improve, really think of that. And some advice I would give you is reflect on some of your current habits. And when I say reflect on your current habits, think of your cues. So I mentioned my cues and my triggers right now, which is like shoelaces, the kitchen door, things like that. Think of your cues and just the small steps you do every day, because habits are from things you do every single day. And then those habits actually make your success, or those habits could actually break your success. So a lot of people say sometimes the thing between you and your success is just you. And when I say you, it's your habits, your good habits or your bad habits, because those make you. So really think through your good habits, think through your bad habits, and work on those. Something I want to say is please applaud yourself. Applaud yourself for your good habits, because you're doing something great. Don't just come at yourself knick-knacking and things, pulling and plucking. No. Applaud yourself for your good habits and then work where you need to work on. Bye guys. You got this.